This one? Which one? You said yellow. This one? Buttered corn. You want pink again? You want pink or yellow? Limited special edition of Applying Pressure by Devon Latrice. And first of all, this cover is everything. Okay. I said, oh, Black Sari? I don't know what this is, but it has a tiger on it. Oh, I think this is like a crop t-shirt. Oh, it is. Good morning. I didn't vlog it, but yesterday I went back to Costco and I don't know why I put this in here. I got me some tissue and some cheese danishes and these egg bites. I've seen Peach McIntyre when she go to Costco. I've seen her grab multiple boxes of these. She said they're like the ones at Starbucks, which I actually used to love, but I didn't love spending that much for them. So they come in little packs of 2 like this, 2, and it's 10 bites. Sure, you can do the air fryer, open pouch, place box into oven safe dish. Okay, we got it. 8 to 10 minutes. So my air fryer is really strong. We'll do the 8 minutes first. Ooh, child. They're pretty big. They're literally like almost the same size as the Starbucks ones. So we'll see how these go. All right, guys. I cut it, but I haven't tasted it yet. They're good. They're really good. They might even be better than the ones at Starbucks. I made my own cold brew yesterday morning. I let it brew for 24 hours. Pretty good. So yeah, today's Friday. I don't have much planned. I'm going to eat this breakfast, get in the shower. My mom is making dinner for everybody. My boyfriend requested salmon croquettes because he likes her salmon croquettes, so she's gonna make them. Hopefully this weekend we can move out my table and move in my pantry and my new table. My boyfriend just bought a truck, but I still may rent one just because. Oh no, I might still rent one, like a pickup truck. We'll see. I have a lot of filming to do this weekend, so it's not ideal to do the table thing this weekend, but it just needs to get done. It just, at this point, because I can't even really shop at Costco the way I want to, because I know that I have to clean out that pantry, so I don't want to add a whole bunch of new stuff to it that's going to have to all be cleared out, because I also have to clear out my deep freezer too. I've had that deep freezer since beginning of COVID. No, that's not true. Because beginning of COVID, deep freezers were completely sold out because everybody was storing food. But close to the beginning of it is when I got that deep freezer in. I just need to go through, clear everything out. Some stuff I'm just never gonna use. But anyways, I wanted to pop in and tell y'all them egg bites hit. Get them egg bites. I want to say they may have been like $6. Good morning, guys. So I just got through filming some content, nowhere near what I was supposed to do, but I don't want my energy to be low. So, and I was starting to lose my voice. My voice still hasn't fully recovered. So I gotta take it easy. Last night my mom made some salmon croquettes with green beans and rice, and I took some home with me. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make me some eggs with the salmon croquettes, and yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Everything I needed it to be. Everything I needed it to be. All right, y'all. I'm back. Ooh, looking rougher than ever. This is how much filming I did today. We filled up 128 gigabyte SD card, a second 128 gigabyte SD card, a 64 gigabyte SD card, and a 32. Your girl's been busy. I went ahead and I pushed through and did everything because I have a gang of like behind the scenes like paperwork and documents and stuff that I have to do tomorrow, as well as I'm going to try to go to church in the morning. I think that's it. I'm going to just edit, pull everything off these SD cards, plan out all my content and stuff. Oh, check out my new laptop sleeve. But I like it because it's like so insulated and so protective. They came out with the new MacBook Airs, and they came out in this like pretty baby like sky blue color, but I still like this one. Like, I knew the new MacBooks were coming out shortly when I got mines, but all the research I did was telling me that the specs that I spec mine out for were going to carry me through for a long time. So I went on YouTube and I just double checked again, and all the tech people were like, if you have, what is this? I have M3. If you have an M3 chip and you have more than 8 gigabytes of RAM, like, you're good. You don't need the new one. So we spec baby out. We spec baby out within budget. So she's going to be around for a while. She is. So I felt like maybe I should not just throw her in my bag. She needed a more durable sleeve. Switching my MacBook Pro out for this Air has proven to be the best decision that I've ever made because I travel with it a lot and my Air is so light and the specs on my Air were outdoing the specs of my Pro. But I will talk to you guys in a few. I'm trying to be like Jose Monkey and not show any of my surroundings, but I just locked myself out the house. Trying to go run errands. So now I'm waiting for my boyfriend to come pick me up. Well, I mean, he has a key to my house, but I might as well go where I was going, so. So I'm at my mom's. My boyfriend built the Range Rover that I bought Bailey, well, that we bought Bailey, for her birthday last year. It took some finagling because they had like sent like a broken wheel. Homegirl is driving very crazy. Can you hear? She's almost ran me over, so I'm sitting inside. But It is hilarious to watch her. Literally, it is a mock-up of my exact car. It's so funny because homegirl is whipping it without any concern. I don't think I ever showed you guys the pop socket that day. It's a magnet. It's removable. That was random of me, but I realized I never showed that to you guys. And I never showed you how I use this. So I hook my keys on here. All my keys go in here. This is it. And this is how I keep my keys. $6 on Amazon. Okay, so I wasn't going to vlog today. But today is like new book release Tuesday at Barnes & Noble. I didn't plan on getting anything, but then I remembered. So let's start with the new releases. This is by Devney Perry. She writes like Indigo Ridge. She's a romance author, but decided to write her first fantasy book. This is the same publisher for Fourth Wing and everything. So I decided I'd give her a try. Plus, look at that. So we'll add that to the collection. What else? Do I have another new release? Yeah, one other new release. Doing another Frida, another thriller. This is the Tenet. This is the Barnes & Noble edition. That's why it's this color. I think the non-Barnes & Noble one is pink or something like that. So the Tenet. And then after about 4 times of trying to buy this book, it was actually available in stock in a special edition, The Tempest of Tea. So that's been on my TBR for a minute. And then, of course, a trophy book. I have read The Den of Vipers when it was an indie book. And, wow, Podium? Since when did Podium start doing... Podium does audibles. So I'm surprised to see them as the publisher of this book. But Den of Vipers, it is a dark romance. Very dark. And I never owned the book. I always meant to get it. And then they came out with this like Barnes and... Well, it's not Barnes and Noble. It's just traditionally published. And they kept the same thing. But this is a wild one. But it was interesting and definitely one I wanted to have on my shelf. So, like I said, more of a trophy book considering I've already read it. But there's nothing wrong with rereading it, which this one I might actually reread only because when it's traditionally published, they kind of go through and re-edit stuff. And, let's see, I don't know if the original book had art. I'm assuming it did, but yeah, I think it's pretty. It's pretty. And y'all, my Barnes & Noble bag broke. And I had to use an old Target bag. Do you know, as I was getting out my car, I saw, like, my neighbors. And I was like, ooh, they gonna think that, like, I'm out here in these streets shopping at Target. I sat in my car and waited till everybody was, like, gone or not looking. And then secretly walked to my house because... This was an old bag because my Barnes & Noble bag broke. They was not finna be thinking that I had just came from Target. Okay. Hey guys. So it has been a few days. I've been crazy busy. My house is literally a mess. I didn't film any of it because I wasn't here when it actually happened, but my boyfriend and my sister's boyfriend, they picked up my pantry from my mom's house, brought it over here. They took away my table, my chairs, all that other kind of stuff, brought in my new chairs. So I have the chairs here. I have the pantry here. And the table, but not built, like in their box. So I have to, dang, I forgot to get my sister's drill. So I have to get a drill. I guess now he'll have to do it tomorrow. It was going to be today, but tomorrow he will get started on the pantry and the table. Everything's here now, though. But it's my living room's complete. Well, not my living room, my dining room is complete catastrophe. And then I have a gang of like boxes that I have to throw out, as well as I have some stuff that I'm giving away to Goodwill. So that's that on that. I'm now that the pantry's in the process of getting built or about to be, I'm going to go to Costco tomorrow and get some things, a few things or whatever, because I'm going to be, of course, stocking my pantry. And then probably this weekend I'm going to do like a pantry clean out of my old pantry. So my old pantry is mainly going to be super bulk items and appliances. And then the new pantry is going to be, half of it is going to be food, and the bottom half is going to be additional plates, cups, pans, all that other kind of stuff. And then probably next week or the week after next, I'll go through and clean out and get rid of any pans I'm not going to use because I have a bunch, and I'm just going to take those to Goodwill. So it's going to be like a series of Goodwill trips all the way probably till the end of this month, and then I go out of town. So I'm just trying to get everything done before I have to go out of town. But I wanted to tell you guys, Kennedy Ryan, Can't Get Enough came out. Now, I have the first book. I don't have the second book, but I wanted to get the third book because I plan on reading it, right? And Barnes & Noble completely dropped the ball. Now, if it wasn't for the fact that I was trying to get another book a week before that and they dropped the ball, I would have thought that it was like a race thing, okay, because Kennedy Ryan is black. But it's not even a race thing because they just did this to a white author. Basically, release day comes and they have like 4 books, or they don't even have enough books to have in store and to fulfill the pre-order. And it's like, I don't know what's causing this, because Barnes & Noble, it used to be, if you did a pre-order with them, you could count on it. And if you showed up to the store the day of a release, you got the book. That book is nowhere in store. Okay? My sister looked up and got 1 copy. And then she has a copy that's coming in the mail. So luckily I can just buy her copy that's coming in the mail. But it's like, so I went to Barnes & Noble the day that the book got released because it said they had them available. But they said that people had called in and put it on hold, so they couldn't sell any of those copies. So I just went ahead and I got this book. This is another book by Kennedy Ryan that I was interested in. I thought it was new, but it's actually just been republished. It was one that was independently published, and it's called Real. Everybody raves about this and says it's so good. I actually just finished a book of hers called Coming Home. It's like a short novella. It was included with my Audible, so I was like, hey, might as well try it out. So that was the first thing I read by her. And I'm going to start the Skyland series, is what that's called. And then this is another book that everybody's been raving about. It's called American Queen. Supposedly, this is about a girl who starts dating the vice president and his homeboy. It's like a reverse harem type situation. I don't know. It was free to me, so I said, why not? So that's the only thing I have. And then my book of the month for this month is delayed because it is a brand new book with sprayed edges, which, listen, book of the month does not do sprayed edges, special editions, or anything. But for this book, for a brand new author, they're doing sprayed edges. And this book is wildly published, wildly talked about. So it got everybody curious. Like, why is this brand new author getting a book of the month for their first drop, sprayed edges, you know, specially, like, what's going on? So everybody came to the conclusion that it is a big author writing under another pen name. And they're thinking that it's either Elsie Silver, I've heard Allie Hazelwood, I've heard Colleen Hoover. Elsie Silver said it's not her, but it kind of looks like it is because the person's from Canada. They have the same literary agent as Elsie Silver. The book is called Elite Silver. And the author uses a phrase that people say Elsie Silver uses all the time in all her books. So, yeah. I doesn't know. But I have that coming soon. And right now I'm in the process of reading Older. And this is not what the cover looks like. This is just like a special print run that I just felt like I needed to have. But yeah, guys, I am exhausted. I want to go to sleep, but I really need to do some editing. I'm so behind in editing my vlogs because I was posting reading content. But, yeah, I really need to get on the good foot because it's hard to catch up when you get backed up on vlogs. Because then you're like, okay, should I even post this? Like, so that's where I am now. I'm like, should I even post this? But whenever I ask you guys always say yeah. So I guess we're gonna go do some editing. And tomorrow, hopefully, we do Costco. Alright, guys, so this is what we have going on. Chairs are here. Tables here, pantries here, everything that goes on the walls over there. I just have to put everything together. That suitcase is going to Goodwill. That suitcase is going in my closet. That stuff over there is table stuff. That was on my old table. That's Goodwill. It's like a paper towel holder. Yeah, so I figured I would show you the mess. Today's Tuesday. I think, I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, but I think my boyfriend is gonna come over today and build everything. I need a drill, and I can't find my drill. And my sister has a drill, she can't find her drill. So that's what's been the holdup. So I think he's gonna try to figure it out today without a drill. I don't know. I'm gonna get dressed and I'm gonna go over my sister's. I'm gonna see if I can't find her drill, and then I'm gonna snatch up my niece, take her for a ride, and then we're gonna go to my mom's where her little Range Rover is. Let her ride around in that for a while. We also got her playground set. That's in my mom's backyard. Let her play on that. And yeah, that's basically what the day is gonna be. And then I'll probably like sit in my mom's and like edit. Usually we try to have Bible study or something too. Not sure if my mom's gonna cook, but anywho, it's about 8:30. I'm starving, and every morning I have been craving making myself a croissant, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. So I'm actually going to do that today. I have about 3 pieces of that Costco. When I say 3 pieces, it's halves. 3 half pieces of bacon. So what? A piece and a half of bacon left of that Costco bacon. Man, that lasted a long time. So it's not going to seem like it lasted that long to you guys because of how far behind I am in publishing my vlogs. Don't worry, we'll be caught up because your girl took like 3 weeks off of vlogging, so we'll be caught up if we're not caught up already. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make my little breakfast sandwich, get in the shower, and start my day. So this is the Costco bacon. As you can see, it is pretty thick cut. This was really good quality. Okay, no cheese in our croissant because my boyfriend managed to eat a whole pack of cheese and not tell me that we were out. But anyways, this looks amazing. I see the cream cheese in my fridge last night. I'm like, cool, that'll be good. This is what he left in the fridge. Now, there's not even a healthy corner. And in his eyes, oh, he'll use this. So it's not like, this is not throwawayable for him. Sir, I'm not digging and scraping and scrumping this. Am I? Lord have mercy. Men. Today is his birthday. He doesn't go to work, I'll make him something. If he does go to work, I'll make him something over the weekend. So, we have... There has been all these TikToks and news articles going around that this TV show back in the 2000s called Noah's Ark is coming back with a movie that is going to stream on Paramount Plus. Just as my vanilla. It's gonna... Now, we have heard this before. Finally, the cast came and was like, yeah, we're doing it. It's just taking a minute. So, now it says that it's going to stream June 20th from Paramount Plus. Now, those who have never heard of Noah's Ark, it is by far one of my favorite shows. Basically, it was like a black gay Sex in the City. It was humorous, it was comedic, but it also touched on serious topics like the gay culture, all the like famous clubs for gays during that time. They actually filmed at those locations. They spotlighted a lot of businesses and clubs. They talked about like HIV. They talked about prostitution. They even took you through like the tranny scene. I think that's considered a slur now. My apologies. The transsexual scene. Then they what else did they touch on? Cheating, religion, everything. They covered everything, right? So it was like a very good show. It had really good music. Like all the hot songs during that time were always in the show. But anyways, outside of that, the show had 2 seasons, and then there was a big, huge writer's strike after their second season that affected a lot of the shows you know today. It's why Girlfriends ended. It's why Noah's Ark ended. It's hard because it was so long ago, but there were a lot of shows that just could not come back after the writer's strike finally ended. But I digress. So, if you plan on watching it, skip this part because it's going to be spoilers. If you don't care about spoilers, then go ahead and listen. Otherwise, skip to this part. But I fell down this rabbit hole, and one of the things was like, so the debate was, is Noah a horrible person? And should Wade have stayed with Dre? And I love me some Noah. And I'm like, what? Where's this coming from? And then I had to think. because I recently rewatched the show. And it's like one of those things where you realize when you're older and you step back. I'm like, I wouldn't say Noah was a horrible person, but dang, he was so misguided. And like low key, Dre was so nice and so sweet and really bending over backwards to make sure that Noah was comfortable with him being with his dude when he cheated on him. And then it's like for Noah to cheat on Wade, Wade to leave Noah, Noah to flirt with Wade, and Wade to cheat on his boyfriend to mess with Noah. It was like, and then like poor Dre, like to not only get cheated on, but to be humiliated the way he was humiliated when he got cheated on, and then to almost die because you were cheated on. It's kind of true. Like they did kind of just like skip off into the sunset. They really did. They kind of just like skipped off into the sunset. Everything's all gravy over here. And poor little Dre, I mean, I get that Noah and Wade had like this love that transcended sexuality, because Wade, for those of you who are here who've never seen it, was straight and just happened to just trip, stumble, and fall into liking a dude and risk it all because he had these strong feelings for him and got cheated on. Now, I ain't trying to make Wade sound innocent, because he did his fair share of things too, you know. He definitely did his fair share of wrongs and weird things. And I was like, dang, in hindsight, I'm like, Joan was a horrible friend on Girlfriends. Carrie was a terrible friend on Sex and the City. Dwayne Wayne from A Different World was an F-boy. Black folks hate when you say that, but that ain't black love. That she should have got married, okay? I look back at all these shows, and I'm like, some of y'all were some questionable people. It was like deeper levels to those shows, okay? I actually never finished watching Ozark. It like stopped for a minute. It had like a break in it. And I looked up and there were like 3 more episodes uploaded, so I'm just finishing it from like 2 years ago.
And if this doesn't work, I am not. What had you so captivated that you crashed into this fight?
We'll see. Now we're gonna venture into the Alley Possum Coon, aka my old bedroom, because I had my own entrance and exit outside, which is where the magic is. Came with its own like entrance. I never used this though. I just wanna, you got all night, baby. I just wanna feel some, feel some, feel some. I am back home. This is the Romantasy box, so it will be heavy on the romance, more so than like knife to neck. So this one, Broken Souls and Bones. This is really pretty. Okay, so I just read it really quickly. It's so dope though, because it's like the birds are shiny, but the rest of this is matte. It's really nice. Then you have your end papers, and whoa, that is beautiful. Alternative inside cover. Come on. Okay, so basically what I read is it's about a girl who lives in this kingdom with a magic obsessed king. She's just trying to live a quiet, simple life. She has a secret that she's a melder. They possess certain magic that is highly sought after. They find out that she's a melder, so automatically the king claims her. Something is brewing and coming, and they kind of have to work together to solve that. And in the midst, I'm sure they fall in love. I mean, but it's better than what I've normally been getting. Who knows? All right. Oh, wow. How did this get here first? It is The Night and the Moth, Rachel Gilling. This is the author who wrote One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. So it comes like this. This is the Barnes & Noble edition. They're going crazy with the sprayed edges, guys. So these books is coming off the gate sprayed. Then I have the first book, which is called like A Fate Inked in Blood. And this is A Curse Carved in Bone. The other one has like baby blue goldish edges. It's beautiful. So I haven't read, and I actually have 2 copies of the first book. I will be donating 1 copy. Everybody speaks highly of this book, so it's a duology. So if I don't like it, at least I didn't get too far in it. So Slice has all these healthy like probiotic sodas. Like it's trying to be like Poppy or Olipop. This one is Classic Cola. It's healthy soda, 5 grams of sugar, probiotic drink, 40 calories, right? So I'm like, So let's see. Okay, it's giving like Olipop vintage soda. These are really good with a little bit of lime in it. That's how we fall out.